Against all odds, I didn't blow my brains out. Adobe Premiere misinterpreted all my footage so far, so I had to re-encode the video and then re-encode it in Premiere, and that took most of a day, including figuring out what was wrong. After Effects interprets it just fine, but Premiere screws up the color space. Everything was a lot darker than it should be, which didn't really affect gameplay at all, or viewing of gameplay, but it didn't look true to how the game looks. Another night greets me. It's been 3 days since the investigation, and not one glimmer of hope for me. Time idles by as death draws ever closer to claim me. The mark that brings death, the only way to escape it is to defeat the spirit that gave it to me. But I have no clue where that spirit is right now. Maybe things would be different if that specialist Sayakujo was alive. Microphone audio should also be a bit cleaner now. A knock breaks my train of thought. How long are you planning on sleeping? You're pretty relaxed for a guy who could die soon. The ex-detective, Satoru Mashita. The other mark bearers left the mansion, but he stayed behind. Mary was the cause. I guess she asked him to help as he was leaving. She went against Sayakujo's wishes by doing that, but it seems it was for my sake. But I don't know about Mashita. Even if he has to stay, he has no reason to agree. What's that look? Not happy I stayed behind? Ha ha ha! No, I would not prefer Tsukasa. If these are my only two options, then I'm grateful. Cut that out. It's creepy. Flatter me all you want, but I won't forget you drove without a license. He's got a bad mouth, as usual. His true intentions aside, I have to say I'm honestly grateful for his help. My amnesia get hit without warning, so I can't go out whenever I want. He's been going around gathering information in my place. I saw some people from the force. Still no ruckus over H Elementary. But wait a second. That guard went missing. His company should be notified. That company is exactly the issue. It's run by Yakuza thugs who have their eyes on the labor department. They don't want the police involved. Plus, in a shitty company like that, people up and walk out all the time. Yamashita, that was his name. Everyone thinks he up and split. I hear that's why they're having a hard time finding a replacement. If you didn't know the school was haunted, it'd just be another abandoned building. The government wouldn't need to rush to find a new guard. The man lived alone, so a missing persons report won't be filed anytime soon. The school most likely won't come under suspicion until then. That's it for my report. He covered a lot of ground in a short time. Ex-detectives sure are handy. Did you bring up the mark or spirits when you were asking around? Do you think I'm an idiot? They'd be calling the loony bin. Even if the kid or I did bring them up, who'd honestly believe us? Why waste my breath? Exasperated, he shrugs. Searching the mansion was on you. So, did you find anything? I came up blank as well, though I've only gone through half so far, and some of the rooms were locked. Stuck without a warrant. Like you'd wait for something like that. I swallow the words before they come out. Oh yeah, Mary's asking for you. You should get going. And I set up my laptop with Premiere so I can play on this and encode on that. I've been waiting for you. Mary is sitting primly on the couch, the same as always. It appears you're having a difficult time with your investigation. I do wish I could be of more use to you. I know you can sense mark bearers. Can you sense spirits too? If they were to come onto the grounds, I believe I could, yes. That doesn't sound particularly useful. Do you have any other abilities or powers? Indeed. I can view the vague shape of the course of a person's fate. Like predicting the future? Oh no, nothing quite so extreme. It's more akin to fortune-telling. It may or may not come to pass. Yep, that's fortune-telling. I get it. That's why what you predicted earlier didn't actually happen. Did Mary tell you something? The truth you're seeking can be found here, or some such. Like a fool, I fell for it, so convinced. I'm such an idiot. A loud knock sounds at the door. A visitor in the dead of night. A mark bearer. Please be a cute girl. Please be a cute girl. Please be a cute girl. Shit! It's a shady-looking young man in a uniform delinquents these days tend to wear. He smirks at me, clearly feeling superior. This place Cujo Mansion? I got business with some Saya chick. No way you're her, huh? He narrows his eyes, staring suspiciously. I'll hand it off to this guy. No. Oh no, don't hand this off to me. I'm horrible with kids. They never dared put me in charge of Doobie. You guys know her, yeah? Don't care which one of you it is, but would you hear me out? Introductions are quickly done. His name's Sho Nagashima, and as we'd guessed, he's got a mark. He rolls up his right sleeve to show us, and yep, the red mark is burned in. An occult freak friend said something, like it gives you amnesia. For real? Yeah, that's right. I can't even remember my real name. You're kinda too calm for all that. Bet you're pulling a fast one on me. That grates, but that reaction's normal. If he's not gonna believe the rumors, then he had no reason to come. Why is he here then? Rumors are just that. Amnesia or dying because of some mark. That's comic book craziness. Every word of it is true. What? Was that a girl's voice? I wish. There is a saying, the truth is stranger than fiction. They are two sides of the same coin. Mary begins explaining. I'm sure she figured it would be the fastest way to convince him. You got some damn speaker set up somewhere, don't you? I don't take kindly to threats. He peers closely at Mary. Such a mechanism does not exist, Lord Sho. No way! He yelps pathetically, his eyes wide, and suddenly falls flat on his ass. It seems that despite appearances, this punk is terrified of ghosts and monsters. Hey, she's not a monster, you piece of shit. His tough act is likely a cover. After that, he meekly pays full attention to Mary as she speaks. He listens quietly, his face pale, as she tells him about the mark and spirits. By the time she finishes explaining, his face is devoid of color. Now, Lord Sho, have you not already experienced the beginnings of memory loss? Yeah. I don't think he's used to Mary yet. His face is rather stiff. My memory's always been crap, so I thought I was imagining things. But then it started getting so bad that it was just ridiculous. I got this occult friend, yeah? Told him about my scar. The mark? And he scared the shit out of me. Showed me an article that said it was all that scar's fault. So now I'm here. Moe mentioned seeing an article by Saya Cujo in a magazine too. It's all because of some monster? The hell? This is crazy. Why'd this have to happen to me? Not believing it is normal, but if you don't, you'll die. In fact, one kid already has. If you don't want to kick the bucket, figure out how you got the mark. Even if your memory's gone bad, you should at least remember that. I'm not that far gone, thanks. I'm positive I got it in the forest by H. Castle. I know I did. I mean, it does have a rumor about the place being cursed, so... We should probably ask him some more about it. It's cursed? Sho stiffens like a board. I hate that supernatural crap. Just talking about it freaks me out. What a wimp. Rumors exist for a reason. That place is a famous suicide spot. 50 people die there a year, so they say. And that's just what they find. Once there was a mass suicide. It has its fair share of grisly history. Show's eyes are wide. He looks like he swallowed a bug. What should I ask next? Forest? The huge forest west of the city. Wait, doesn't everyone know that? Even kids do. But I've lost my memory. Maybe that's why I don't know about it. The place is the city's garbage dump. Bunch of nasty rumors about it. There's illegal industrial waste dumping there, like, all the time. It's not just objects either. They say a black car once dumped a young woman's body there. A new mother strangled her kid there because she couldn't take care of it. There's tons more rumors like that, whether any of them are true or not. I heard some of those too, like the lost kid who was eaten by a dog and they only found his torso, or that a murderer hides out there and kills anyone who gets near. The two of them happily exchange stories. Apparently, while he hates ghosts, he's more than fine with this kind of stuff. I've hit up the edge of the forest a few times, but never walked in. No one with half a brain goes there. What should I ask next? Why were you there? I was obviously on my bike, man. Place is totally empty at night, so it's perfect for driving around. Riding around, free as a bird, helps me clear my mind. Before you ask, yes, I have my license, and no illegal mods. Huh, is that so? We don't need another person flaunting the law. One is enough. I smile wryly. Who would have thought this kid would be on the straight and narrow? That day I was clear in my head when my bike broke down. I stopped to check it out. Then suddenly I got this scar. I doubt we'll get any more out of Show. No info on the spirit then. You haven't forgotten anything? No keeping secrets now. Quit strong-arming me. Hold your horses, I'm thinking. He's complaining, but I can see he really is combing through his memories. There was something. It wasn't a ghost or nothing, but I did spot something weird. Over by the side of the road, I saw this huge man. A giant? It wasn't just some tree's shadow. Honestly, I'm not real sure. The place was pretty dark, and I only saw it for a second. Sounds pretty iffy. Is that info really reliable? May I interject? In truth, there are a number of supernatural rumors set there. One happens to corroborate Lord Show's story. The rumor of Shimmy O. Sounds like Mary has an idea. Could you tell us more about it? Of course, Lord Tenma. I shall tell you the story of Shimmy O, the man of the forest. Hey, have you heard that rumor? That one about the weird giant man. He's covered in black splotches, so people call him Shimmy O, the spotted man of the forest. I've heard he asked everyone he meets a question. Do you like bees? A college student who heard the rumor decided to go to the forest to see, and a man covered in splotches really did appear. Do you like bees? The student laughed. Yeah, sure, I like 'em. And then... Let's race them then. In your body. Is that a drill? What the drill's got to do with a bee? Wait, I guess a bee's butt kind of looks like a drill, sort of. Shimmy O asks those he meets a single question, then kills them using his drill. It was a drill. That might be none other than the figure you saw, Lord Show. However, I have no proof. Then we'll have to gather evidence. Let's get ourselves to the forest. Investigations require legwork. There's no hesitation in Mashta. After facing Hanahiko, he knows full well what spirits are capable of. Is this his training and experience as a police detective? Hey now, you serious? Going there in the middle of the night? You guys have totally lost it. Let's see. I don't really want him to come with us. And I'm not going to try and trick him into coming with us. You stay here. That's fine with me. We don't need dead weight with us. What do you say? I ain't no scaredy cat. Hey, old man, take me with you instead of him. If that huge guy really is some monster, I'll pound him into dust. He's easy to manipulate. You've settled on a destination. Please head to the forest by H Castle when you're ready. Your first goal is to identify the spirit that bestowed the mark. Best wishes for your investigation. New info was added to the spirit file. The forest in Chimio. All items obtained within a chapter are removed at the end. If a character brings an item, it will be added at the start. Soul power will return to 1000. Can we talk to Only Girl? What Lord Sho saw in the forest, it may be none other than Chimio. You should confirm our suspicions. Oh, Mashda's mark is gone now. Can all of us go, or is that still bad? Going all together is dangerous. It has not been that long since Lord Mashda's mark vanished. The remnants of the curse still linger. Spirits may detect it, as they are sensitive to such things. Please continue to only bring along one other, as you have been doing. I don't know, do we want to really get Mashda cursed again? If it's just, all you have to do is see the thing and you get cursed? I don't know, maybe he's got immunity to it since he's had it once. Let's see, I don't really like this kid. I don't like his hair. He's got like Tumblr hair. Like this guy. Okay. Anything changed here? This is so weird. These stats didn't come into things at all last game. Or last chapter, rather. Oh well. I'm sure it'll come into it eventually. I noticed this last time. Is that supposed to be a love hotel? I see the ecchi there and I see a heart thing at the end. Mashda sits in the passenger seat and makes no attempt at conversation. The first time he was in the car, I found I was cautious of his every movement, but now I feel strangely relaxed around him. I guess humans aren't actually scared of others, just the parts of other people they don't know. No apostrophe in humans axis. Come on. It's fascinating stuff. What are you grinning at? It's pretty creepy. Oh, sorry. Though, I'll admit, I don't really understand him. He's self-righteous to a fault, yet he stayed behind at the mansion for me. Told you my reason earlier. I won't say it again. I haven't said a word. May as well have. It's written all over your face. He's really sharp. People who are adept at obscuring their intentions would be good at reading other people's minds. If I could add just one thing, it's probably wise to have someone along who doesn't have the mark. You tend to lose your cool when you're being targeted. Then nothing will ever get solved. I see. That makes a certain amount of sense. When I remember the final moments at H Elementary, my hands start to sweat. There's no proof that I'll be able to remain calm during the next crisis. I'm definitely grateful for your help, but if we encounter a spirit again, we'll need someone to overcome that crisis. So that's his reason for coming along? I guess that's just the kind of people detectives are. Huh? We love searching for things. sniffing every nook and cranny to uncover that which is hidden. That's our one skill. Mashta's dry laugh fills the car. We arrive at the forest by H Castle. I stop the car near where Sho says he saw the man, and we enter the forest. All the guideposts on the path are faded, their paint peeling off. It looks hardly traversed, just as Sho and Mashta said. We walk a while until we come to a large arch, marking the start of a hiking trail. It's rusted over, and with the peeling paint, it doesn't seem to have been touched up. The letters have faded and are mostly illegible. Carefully reading it, it says, "Welcome to the lush and romantic," wait a minute, "wood timberland." The characters left over say murder. Murder, huh? I'm sure Mashta heard me, but I guess he's completely ignoring me. More overgrown than I thought. There's a lot of ground we have to cover. Let's get a move on. We pass under the arch and enter the forest. Okay. New environment. It reads, "Welcome to the lush and romantic wood timberland." I don't think it's been used in a long time. There's no garbage littered around either. I feel around inside the garbage can, but nothing's inside. Whoa. Radical departure from the second game. Like 2/3 of our inventory items in the second game come from garbage cans. It's a wooden table and benches. The weather-beaten table and benches are clearly damaged and rotting in places. I peek underneath the table and find something stuck there. Chewing gum, please? Oh no. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel warmth flowing through me. Okay. Got some soul power. Nothing else here. We continue down the path a short while before we come across something unexpected. It's a grave marker. It was probably put there to honor those who commit suicide here. Might not be a bad idea to say a quick prayer for those who ended their suffering that way. There's going to be a lot of ghosts hidden in here, I know it. All spooking at me. It's a grave marker, man. Yeah. Something's written in magic marker. Say the opposite of the truth. You'll be followed. Huh. Okay. This certainly feels like a place that's famous for suicides. Just off to the side, I notice a faint trail. Discovered the entrance to the Beast Trail. A beast trail, huh? We'll need to look down there, too. The moonlight doesn't reach the beast trail that branches off the hiking trail, so we're in gloom. The trees are thick on both sides. We'd get lost if I didn't have a flashlight. Just then, the flashlight turns off. No? There are footsteps close by from the bushes. Mashta stops me with his arm. Someone's here. I hear footsteps again. They seem to be getting closer. Cute girl, please. Cute girl, please. Cute girl, please. Then... God damn it. What? Oh. Game, keep screwing me. A A man appears from the bushes. He looks horribly exhausted. Don't start me like that. You shouldn't stand around in the dark. What are you doing? The man falls silent. I think he realized he already knows the answer. Mashta did say this is a famous spot for suicide. I just can't do it anymore. I worked myself to the bone at a job I don't even want. Hold on a sec. Okay. Mashta said, "What are you doing?" No. I don't understand. And you just bring another man home? How dare you? The nerve. He holds his head in his hands. He suddenly starts kicking a tree and yelling. Fuck. Fuck. A rapid stream of swear words flow out of his mouth. He seems to be the type that goes crazy when he's upset. Hey, could you tell me? How much nerve do you have to do that, huh? Stop him. Death invites death. I hear that voice again. Stop him. Does that mean I should dissuade him? If you got something to say, just spit it out, you bastard. Calming him down doesn't sound like it would work. Be bad if he went berserk here. I try to act like I sympathize, but... You say you understand? What bullshit are you trying to pull, huh? I think I only made it worse. Shit. What'd you think I was doing? Worked myself sick, but stuck with it anyway. And for whose sake? I even bought her a purse on her anniversary last year. Damn it. Damn it. Then she goes and sees another man. The man curses the darkness. He's completely lost it. I should probably avoid any tactless interjections or flattery. Hey, you there. Was it me? What do you think? Clear this up for me. Did I do something wrong? Someone's here. What? The man's gaze darts around nervously. Then he mutters quietly. Could it be that creepy guy? He checks around on full alert. Satisfied that no one's there, he resumes speaking. There's got to be a second phase to this, right? And I've only got like 2 seconds worth of life. I'm sure she'd just laugh if she heard I was dead, hanging off her asshole lover. But when I think about it, you know, it's strange. Why do I have to make her happy when it causes me such pain? It's ridiculous. I'm done with it. No way am I gonna die for an idiot like that. That's right. I'm sure I can still... The man looks down at his feet, then glances up at me. We could still start over fresh, right? Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, don't go back to that harpy. No, it's impossible. You gotta find someone good. Yeah, I agree. I've lived this long, it's too late for me. What? No, that isn't what I was saying, man. Look, you got a good job. You can find some girl that just wants to be with a sugar daddy. I'll die somewhere soon, even if it's not tonight. I'll endure it till then. I don't know what you've been through. Wait a minute. Who is this talking? I don't know what you've been through, but you should rethink it. Honestly, though, you look like you'll be fine. His expression changes as if he's remembered something. I saw a strange man while I was wandering around out here. His body was covered with black splotches. You think he's sick? He kept staring at me. It was creepy. If you're heading back, be careful. A man covered in splotches. Mary brought up some rumors about a man like that. Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention. The name's Masao Kimura. If we ever meet again... The man scratches his head and smiles a bit. Let me buy you a drink or something. Well, see ya. We don't talk long with Masao Kimura before he leaves. Typical failure in society. He fits right in this forest. The beast trail continues onward. Let's return to our investigation. In the next game, you're able to look around on the map. Don't think they let you do that in this one. Nothing here. Okay. I go to open the door and my hand gets coated into the sticky liquid. It smells sweet. Is this honey? Why would there be honey on a doorknob? Mystified, I step inside the cottage. A shadow falls over Mashta's face. It's the same for me. Something's felt off ever since we came inside. Why do I feel so strange? I immediately realize why. It's too clean. Yeah, it's unnatural. Like someone's been cleaning it. And it doesn't look abandoned at all. It could be that someone's living here, but I don't bother voicing that thought. Someone might be stopping by here. If we're going to investigate, we better hurry. You're right. I immediately start shining my flashlight on places of interest. What do you think is in this bag? It's pretty big. That certainly is concerning. Let's take a look. Looks like a dead body to me. Mashta carefully opens the bag, but it immediately loses its balance and topples to the floor. I half expected that to happen. And what rolls out onto the floor is a corpse. A woman. What's with that body? Her body is drilled through with countless holes. A sharp cylindrical tool must have gouged them. Even odder, her whole body appears to be covered in liquid. A thick, sweet scent fills the air, strong enough to make you want to cough. Is this honey? What a fascinating corpse. This is intriguing. For some reason, Mashta appears to be extremely interested in it. We need to get out of here as soon as possible. Let's hurry and search the rest of the cottage. I agree. Let's put the corpse back. It's best not to disturb the scene. So, just shut it back up in the bag? Of course. Preserving the crime scene is critical. It's all about unpleasant topics with this guy. But he's exactly right. Let's hurry up and get this over with. She looks like she can't have been dead for long. Sweating profusely, we managed to get the job done. We still need to search the rest of the cottage. Right. Bottles of drugs are all in a line. The labels say night-night. This must be Bill Cosby's cottage. Most of the bottles are empty. It's all adding up. It's a metal toolbox. There's a thin layer of dust built up on the inside. No one's touched it for a long time. It's locked. There's no way to open it. Right. I keep forgetting we've got this extra search command we should be using. I shake each bottle and luckily find one that still has some left inside. Got night-night. I remove the lid and look inside, but all I find is dust. I flip the switch at the base of the light bulb, but it doesn't turn on. Maybe it's broken. I peek through a crack to see if anything's inside, but it seems to be empty. It's an old book. It's an old notebook. The cover says, Honey Bee Family Notes. Hive. Make hive. New body. Smear honey all over. Ferment honey. Get stinky liquid. Drawn by smell. Honey. Enter hive. Okay. That looks like some useful information. Should I rip it out and take it with me? Absolutely. Another old notebook. Honeybees are our friends. Make them amiable with medicine from the sprayer. If they get mad, pay attention to the direction the hive is facing. Awakened honeybees leave the hive in the direction of the sun. That looks like some useful information. Should I rip it out and take it with me? Absolutely. I think that's everything for this place. Yeah, nothing else in here. Sometimes you can see different things depending on which direction you're looking, like whether you're going left or right down a hallway. It was that way for the school. There was that fire alarm that you could only see if you were walking from one direction. As we continue through the dense forest, a pained cry suddenly echoes through the trees. Okay. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. I saw that. There's a pattern on the tree trunk. There's an arm-like pattern on the bark. Is this a natural occurrence? I look around the tree and find a talisman on the exact opposite corner of the tree from the pattern. Alright, needed that. Real bad. Oh, cool. Now we're up to 1500 again. First environment was just showering us with those talismans. Nothing here. I think the audio from the microphone should be a lot clearer this time. I was using a different sound device before, and there was some buzz, which would pop up anytime. Well, off to the side, I noticed a thin trail. Found the beast trail. Another one? Another one, huh? Let's check this one too. I follow Mashta into the bushes. Whoa! Ah! Mashta spots something and stumbles, falling backward onto me. At the same time, every single hair on my body stands on end. I quickly look down and find something is clinging onto my ankles, its expression anguished. It seems eager to speak to me, but its voice is incredibly hard to decipher. Ed. This black bitch can't stay anything. What's it saying? Wait, that grave marker said to say the opposite of the truth. But what's the opposite of the truth? Doesn't mean I'm supposed to lie. Come on, man. You know what lying is. Didn't get a real good sense of what he was saying. Hey, what? Are you listless too? Are you lifeless too? I am. It looks sad and lonely. Only the dead are here. I hear another voice at my feet. Dead? Don't believe it. I don't understand. Me. Ed. No, you're fine, man. No way. I still have to... It looks sad and lonely. I hear yet another voice at my feet. One, please listen. I and to I and to I and to I've Yeah, you're cool. It's all good. That's right. I've The voice sounds like it passes through me and then is sucked into the ground. How many friggin' ghosts are grabbing onto my feet? The next thing I know, the shadow clutching at my ankles is gone. That was a fairly simple puzzle, but I'll take it. Made sense. Is it over? Yeah, I think so. I thought I'd gotten used to that, but I hate it every time it happens. It's not something you need to get used to. Majda turns his back to me and wipes his face with a handkerchief. I guess he was sweating really hard. That's the best way to overcome it. If you love pain, then it's no longer painful. That's true, but there's no way I could do that. You're surviving all this, okay? You're fine the way you are right now. Let's go. Right. Don't remember if we searched this in depth yet. Anyway, got a better sound input going now, so there shouldn't be any crackling when I'm talking anymore. I searched the grave marker, but nothing's unusual about it. I see the entrance to a beast trail off to the side. Okay. Check it out. I step into the empty clearing. The air is filled with the buzzing of bees. There appears to be a giant beehive here. It probably wouldn't be wise to keep going without doing something about them first. Damn insects. We can't force our way through. We beat a hasty retreat. Alright. Okay. There's a wooden box that probably used to contain a beehive. I carefully approach it, but I don't see any bees. I open the box and find a metal tool inside. Got crowbar. It'll probably come in handy. Take it. God, like Asian giant wasps or something. I stepped into the danger clearing. Air is filled with buzzing bees. Appears to be a giant beehive here. Probably wouldn't be wise to keep going. I wasn't expecting the crowbar to really help me there, but you never know. Maybe we could throw it at the hive and they would all run away. Actually, aren't bees dormant at night? Ah, I can force this thing open. I take out the crowbar and shove it under the lid of the toolbox. I put pressure on it, using it as lever. The toolbox pops open. Got sprayer. Now I can use a variety of drugs. Let's stick with just the bee stuff. Manipulators will themselves be manipulated. I'd like to know who this voice in our head is. What's that used for? The sudden voice makes me jump, but I shake it off and turn toward him. It's a tool that sprays chemicals and pesticides. You put the container of drugs in here, and then you do this. I spray him in the face. I quickly demonstrate how it works. Mashta scratches his face, his burr furrowed. You're well informed. I'll leave that to you then. And now I'm suddenly in charge of it. When I want to spray a drug, I'll have to choose which drug to use. But is this thing really that hard to figure out? I've never seen it before either, but I still know how to use it right away. We got the drug, and we got the sprayer. Now I think we're done here. It'd be funny if I get like an instant game over if I try to feel the hive. Let's try it. Thankfully, they're out of reach. Okay. Now we have the sprayer out. Now I need to choose which drug to spray. Okay. Use that night-night. I take out the night-night and put it in the sprayer. I take careful aim and spray the drug. The bee's movements get slower. Eventually, the hive falls completely silent. Okay. I've silenced every hive in this area. Now we can pass through. They're just bugs, after all. Insecticide takes care of them easily. I'll leave the rest up to you. Don't think it's insecticide, because murder guy wouldn't want to kill his buddies. Hey, did you hear that? I heard it. It sounds familiar. Turning around, I wonder if it's... And yep, that rabbit hops in front of me. The rabbit stares at us, completely still. It's almost like it's waiting for us to follow. Hey, wait! The next thing I know, I'm rushing after it. Don't run off on your own, Tenma. That rabbit was at H Elementary. It showed up and guided us when we were in trouble. That's not some normal rabbit. It's definitely acting with intent. At last, the rabbit guides me to an old Shinto torii gate. There's a shrine here? The rabbit looks back at me. Then soundlessly it turns from the gate and hops into a bush nearby. So that's where you went. Dumbass. What were you thinking? Wandering off will get you killed. Why are you so interested in that thing? Something's bothering me about it. I lost sight of it here, though. Just then, from out of the darkness, a huge swarm of bees descends on us. Ah! Watch it! There's bees everywhere! We need to retreat. Mashta pulls my arm and we stumble back to the earlier crossroad. New info was added to the spirit file. Mysterious shrine. I should really review that spirit file. Now when you're in a maze, what you do is you follow the left-hand wall. Oh, wait. Is this a different one? Yeah, it is a different one. Another Jizzo statue, huh? I pat around the Jizzo statue to search it, and there's a strange texture on its moss-covered back. When I brush away the moss, I find a yellowed paper stuck to the statue. Found a worn-out talisman. When I pick up the worn-out talisman, I feel, got 2,000 spirit points, or something like that. Close enough. 1,848, let's be precise. Some sliding wooden doors. The sliding doors won't open. They seem to be locked. Bust that door open. I take out the crowbar and jam it between the doors. Well, this is an emergency. I'll overlook it this once. But I can't break the lock. I throw my body weight behind the crowbar 2 or 3 times. Then there's a sound of metal breaking. The crowbar snaps completely into 2 pieces. Lost crowbar and got a broken crowbar. Guess the metal wore out. Never expected it to break, but it looks like the lock is broken too. So it all works out in the end. Time to look inside. Hey, you overdid it. Now the door is stuck hard to open. I push the door open and step inside, only to run into something. Girl! Stop! Don't come any closer! I don't know. Give her a 6.5. No, 7. If you come any closer, I'll sue. No, she's a 4. A woman is backed up in a defensive stance. I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. If you shut it. You want to die? Yeah. At Mashta's roar, the woman shrieks and falls silent, eyes wide. It's incredibly rude, but honestly, I'm grateful. That makes 2 of us, man. We wait for the woman to calm down before asking what she's doing here. Forgive me. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. I'm Christy Aramura. Freelance news anchor. Though I haven't done much recently. Aramura. Yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember you. You were fired over that scandal. Should I be disgusted or amazed at his rudeness? Anyway, what are you doing out here? Her expression clouds over. Well, Mashta huffs at me. You're gonna make her say it? I don't think you really have to ask. Masao Kimura's face comes to mind. That's right. This place is... I was going to die. Yes, I know full well how stupid that is, but sometimes that's the only choice you have left. I should have known better. Such a thoughtless question passed my lips. I wish I could blame the mark for this. I don't want to offend the suicidal girl, I guess, yeah. That tragic act of yours damn near got us killed. If you want to die, do it by yourself. That's why I came out here. I wouldn't want to cause trouble for anyone. At the very end, I thought about calling someone, but couldn't, so I made up my mind. But then in the forest... I have a bad feeling about this. What was in the forest? A huge man. An extremely huge man. No. Actually, I'm not sure if he was really human or not, but I saw a figure like that. Then I suddenly got scared. So I ran into this cottage. I'm here to kill myself and I just ran from danger. I'm a riot. What's wrong? You two aren't saying anything. That's exactly what Mary was talking about. Yeah. Christy must have seen Shimmy-O, which means she must also. Have you gotten a weird scar recently? One that stings every now and then? I know the answer just from her reaction.
How do you know? I only just noticed it myself. There's a strange bite mark on my palm.
This is crazy. Someone receives the mark when they're already planning suicide. The height of irony. We've heard her out. What now? She planned on dying. Do we need to help her?
Help me! I'm not gonna kill myself anymore, I swear. So please, I'm terrified of him.
Her eyes are serious. She must mean what she says. It might only be a temporary change of heart, but... Alright, we'll help you. Our home base is Cujo Mansion. We need to go...
What's going on? What's happening?
The light won't turn on. This has happened before, but back then... I got it to go back on right away. This time it's not working.
Ah! What was that?
Behind the cottage. It must be him. Shit, it's no use. I give up on the flashlight and stuff it in my bag. But what's the plan now? Do we hunker down in this cottage we can't even lock up? Or... We have to run out of the forest. Staying in the cottage would be suicide. This place is strangely clean, and that means someone's coming here. Good guess. The odds are high that he's coming here. Let's go. We walked all the way here. We should know how to get back.
You're seriously going? Are you mad?
Sorry, but we're out of time. Stay here if you want. I won't stop you.
Oh!
We step out into pitch blackness. It's as dark as you'd expect it to be. Anyway, we need to go straight back to the entrance with no detours. We've got no idea where he could be waiting for us. The words leave me in a rush. If I hadn't spit them out, I'd never finish. My voice is starting to shake too much. All right. No detours. Regrettably... Oh.
We're at a fork already. Which way? Where do we go?
I think... east? It came from the east. Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Hey, don't yell. Something's coming closer. We need to get out of here fast. All right. Go to the east. Let's go to the east.
Another fork? Which way this time?
We go south from here. We keep going straight and we'll reach the exit. Quiet. Something's passing through the bushes right by us. He's moving parallel to us. Is he following us? Even if he is, we have to keep going. Exactly. Standing in one place will just get us killed. Let's go. Uh-oh. Huh?
Were we supposed to go this way?
Hey, behind you. Uh-oh. Oops. Oh, boy. A huge figure folds Christie's body up like candy. The figure slowly closes in. It's so close we can smell a sweet scent wafting from it.
I goofed. I pressed up when I should have pressed back, I guess. The game kind of changes your orientation a bit. Let's decide again. Wait a second.
Christy suddenly stops. What's wrong?
Someone's coming.
Huh?
I'm telling you, someone's coming.
Out from the darkness jumps Joe?
Old man. Oh, thank God. I thought you'd been in further.
Wait, why are you here?
Oh, yeah, you guys were so long and I got worried, okay? So I psyched myself up and biked over here. Seems like you're in real trouble. Good thing I came.
You can say that again. Anyway, we're on our way back.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea.
Joe glances back at Christy.
We'll fill you in later. First, we need to get out of here.
We reach the entrance safe and sound. The creepy murder on the arch is a familiar sight now. All right, if we made it this far, then we must be...
Time to get back to the car.
Christy doesn't move. She looks worried, staring off at the forest's entrance. Huh? What's wrong?
Huh? Oh. Over there? Doesn't it look like someone's there?
She's looking at a picnic table hiding in the gloom next to the gate. My gaze is drawn over as if by magnets. What is that?
Ooh. Guy got.
The scene before me is strange. There's a huge, misshapen man with bees crawling all over his face. My eyes fixate on his mouth. He looks like he's laughing. My heart thunders painfully when I catch a glimpse of the limp figure sitting next to him. It's him. That man. He was going to commit suicide. Masao Kimura. It's definitely him.
Control those that are different and exercise.
That strange voice echoes in my head again. My vision warps. He's dead? Kimura's dead? When? Why is he on that bench? My legs give out, and when I can finally focus enough, I find myself kneeling on the ground.
Old man, keep it together. It's still okay. He hasn't seen us. We have to escape while we can.
Christy's completely out of it. She won't move an inch unless someone drags her. Let's go. We're going to the parking lot. Quietly. Joe, you bring her.
You got it.
Come on, Mashta, let's go. Mashta? He's gone. Huh?
I took my eyes off him for 2 seconds and he's not by the bench anymore. He disappeared.
Huh? A machine growls and the undergrowth near us rustles. Gah! He's right there!
Run!
Mashta yells, scrambling away. A hollow bang rings out from behind me. A gunshot? It must be Mashta. I had no idea he had a gun. I dive headfirst into the car, slamming my head accidentally into the steering wheel. Mashta tumbles into the passenger seat, last. You didn't tell me you had a gun.
Why would I tell you? No time to talk now. Just hit the gas.
I'm trying. The engine won't start. Shit.
Old man, what are you doing?
Mashta looks through the front windshield at the figure approaching. Hurry it up. He's coming.
Shoot it. Shoot the fucking thing.
Christy cowers in the back seat, her head in her hands.
Please, God.
Eek! Something bumps into the roof of the car. The whole vehicle rocks violently. But then... it turned on.
Go. Let's get the hell out of here.
Tires squealing, we race out of the parking lot. unspeakable sense of relief fills the car. If feeling truly alive is a real sensation, then it most definitely feels like this. The greatest irony is the only time you can truly feel alive is when you have a brush with death. No one speaks for a while. We're all soaking in that feeling. The only noise is that of the bicycle creaking uneasily every time I hit the gas pedal.
Bicycle? Huh?
Still, I glance through the rearview mirror and then at the passenger seat. Both Mashita and Sho are looking out their windows. Was it really okay for you to come here? If Mary finds out.
We talked it out before I came.
Sho immediately snaps back.
She said it was fine.
I get it. Mary must have also guessed that we were in danger.
What good did he do? So, you gonna explain? Who's this old lady?
Oh, right. I tell him everything I know so far about Christiyama Rimura. She offers up some details as well. The moment I mention she's a news anchor, Sho predictably gets excited.
Wait, I've seen you. You were that woman that was in the news. Wow, it's really true. Celebrities are more beautiful in person. Oh, how kind of you. I'm flattered. After he just calls her an old bag.
She seems to love being complimented.
But those scars you have. What are they called?
Marks.
Thanks. So you all have these marks. What happens when you have one?
Well, Mashita butts in from the passenger seat.
You die. Within a few days' time. Suffering from something like amnesia. You zone out and your brain takes a vacation. It all happened to me.
Sho scoffs.
Tch, you talk like it's someone else's problem.
Sho, Mashita didn't mean it like that. You can only be blunt when discussing this. Doesn't sound like Sho will buy that excuse, though.
Guess it really is not your problem. After all, you don't have a mark anymore. Huh? What's he talking about?
Oh, well, you see. Mashita's already lost Hanahiko's mark. He's free now. So there's no good reason for him to be here with us, but...
You're putting yourself in danger for the truth? I can't believe it. You're like a saint.
Christie's exaggerated compliment is drowned out by Mashita's sardonic laugh. It's nothing that noble. But thanks to that, I've learned the thing I most wanted to know. And what's that? When and how people get the mark. The first time I was oblivious, but this time I was aware of it.
Oh, he got it again.
Huh? Mashita, you don't mean... He gives me his usual crooked grin and shows me his wrist. Sure enough, his skin is blemished by a scar that looks like a spirit's bite mark. Sho cries out, a look of horror on his face.
Come on. No way. Did you seriously do that? Man, give it up already. It's someone else's problem, right? So just shut it. Oh, I guess that was Mashita talking. You can't tell. It's too bad. Usually in visual novel style games, or even in the second game in the series, it shows their portrait when they're talking.
Mashita, can I say something?
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. You never told me you had a gun.
Oh, that.
He laughs scornfully and shoves a paper bag into my hands. I open the bag and find a revolver-style handgun at the bottom.
If you want it, take it.
That's not why I... Mashita keeps on talking without stopping to hear what I have to say.
It's loaded with 5 bullets. You can hang on to it. But promise me.
Promise you what?
Don't use it on anything other than a spirit. Not that there's any proof it'll work on them.
Of course.
Have any experience with guns?
There's no way I would. To be fair, I don't really know, but at the very least, right now I'm not getting the feeling that I can handle a gun.
Oh. Only use it under extreme stress, With no experience, you won't hit your mark. Well, whatever. If I'm there, just leave the shooting to me. You can face the spirit some other way.
Yeah, that's how it was at H Elementary, too.
And for God's sake, keep it hidden. Gun possession gets you 3 years penal labor. Serious? I'd get hit with 1 to 10 myself just for giving it to you. And shooting a single bullet would get you more than 3 years, if not a life sentence.
So you're telling me not to use it?
No, I'm just telling you that if it's restricted that badly by the law, it's got that kind of power.
The mark's color grows more vivid. Early dawn. A few hours until death closes in.
I had to cut it there for a second. I hope I didn't miss anything. Welcome back, Lord Tenma, Lord Mashta, and you as well, Lord Sho. It appears that the woman with you is also a mark bearer.
We introduce Christy, and then Mary proceeds to fill her in on everything. The mark after your life, memory loss, and the spirits who curse them into the living. Christy accepts her new reality surprisingly quickly. Guess it's only natural after what she saw in the forest. I then update Mary on what we found.
I see. What a close call for you.
I can hear relief in her voice. But why did she let Sho go?
If you must know, after you left, Lord Sho insisted on traveling to the forest as well.
Her eyes flick over to Sho.
Like hell was I going to let a couple strangers decide if I would live or die?
Sho puffed out his chest.
It was quite the issue. A selfish attitude like that could get all of you mark bearers killed. I normally would have refused.
Did something happen?
No. I admit I had a foreboding feeling. I sensed danger was closing in on you, Lord Tenma. So he went. An emergency measure. Lord Sho, please know that I will not allow such a thing a second time.
Her cool voice is icier than usual. Sho's so self-centered. I wonder if she's actually getting through to him at all.
Now, from what you've told me, you are positive it was Shimio who gave Lord Sho his mark. Yeah, that ugly monster is definitely the huge man I saw that time. The fact I have the mark now too proves it.
Mashta rubs his wrist, smirking.
So what exactly are you planning? Don't tell me you're seriously thinking of fighting that thing. There's no way you'd win. You're completely mad if you think you can. She's right. A certain someone's awesome bullets didn't even scratch it. We need a tank or something to beat that thing.
The room falls silent. I'm sure all of us are thinking about what we saw back at the forest.
There's no way we can do anything about a monster like that. We have to leave it to the police. You honestly believe they'll do something? Go and make a suicide pact with that naive thinking, but leave me out of it. What? How dare you? Yo, boss. All this high and mighty talk coming for you. That mean you've got an idea how to beat it? How the hell would I know that? But I'm willing to risk my life to find one.
His shout is hoarse. He's probably uneasy. Christy shivers. Sho just glares at Mashta. An awkward silence falls again. We're wasting time. We've got to do something, but...
I'm not going to stay quiet. I think... we kind of have some measure of authority because we're the originals that are still left. So they might listen to us. I feel like Sho won't listen to Mary, though. What the heck, I'll try leaving it to Mary.
There's nothing I can do but rely on a doll. I glance over at Mary.
May I interject?
Sounds like she read my mind.
We have only a limited amount of time until dawn, when the spirit vanishes. Do what you can before then. It would be wise to gather information on Shimei-O. You say that, but no way can we find a needle in a haystack. We gotta have a clue first. Then, why don't we check out the bee farm that's north of H Shrine? My reports say several people have seen Shimei-O there. Hardly anyone ever goes there now, with the weird events in the forest. Why is a bee farm up there? A cult called Honey Bee Family used to live on the land. No one's there anymore, though. How come? They committed mass suicide. A mass suicide in the woods. I've heard something about that somewhere. Mashta might have mentioned something similar before we entered the forest. The tabloids and gossip shows ate it up 5 years ago. They never revealed the details, though, so the public doesn't know. Oh, yeah, I remember that. But my club took up all my time back then, so I don't know much. You seem to know quite a bit about the forest, Christy Arimura. Read up on it on a promo spot? Don't be an ass. I was put in charge of the report, so I did my research. Honeybee Family was very insular and secretive. I heard the mass suicide end was all the members following their leader. News channels chalked it up to their discontent with modern society. What happened to the leader? Rumors say it was also suicide, though I saw an old picture of him and he was a huge, obese man. Suddenly everyone is holding their breath. No doubt we're picturing the same thing. The monster at the forest entrance. A dead guy's come back to life? We want to go to a place with a zombie? That's totally insane. It's just like the rumors say. That forest is cursed. There's no way I could... Just standing there, the voices of suicide victims surrounded me. Shut the hell up, hag. No more words out of them lip flaps. Wow. But now it's not only the forest that's cursed. I failed to kill myself and now I'm at this mansion. I'm cursed too. And so are all of you. Her mutters have a dark edge. If Shimei-O is somehow connected to the Honeybee family, then the key to destroying his grudge is going to be there. Oh, right. What are you going to do, old bag? You still want to die? I'm considering it, but I'll help you guys while I settle on my decision. I'll pass on monster fighting. Wow, you'll help? I'm shocked. If you leave your mark alone, you won't need to hike back out there. Well, I hate owing strangers, especially pushy guys like you. She seems grateful we saved her. There's no reason to refuse her help. We need as much as we can get. The night is drawing to a close. The key to escape the mark does seem to lie within the forest. Lady Christie said Shimei-O was often seen near the bee farm. It may hold a connection to him. Good luck. New info was added to the spirit file. Temporary retreat. Well, I think that's a pretty good place to leave it for now. This game seems really good. It's at least on par with the second one.